And the batter will be the shortstop, Javier Baez. And that's off the inside edge. And we're off and running in a brand new season. And that one is inside.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
In the air out towards right center. Betts settles underneath it. Makes the grab, one away. Here's Detroit's opening day lineup, and Singy, this team took a big step forward last year.
Yeah, especially after the All-Star break, Boog. They had a .600 winning percentage down the stretch, shocked the Astros in the wild card round, and took the Guardians to the brink in the ALDS. It was their first winning season in almost a decade, so we'll see if they can build on that this year.
Manuel Margot stands in now and watches strike one. So a pitcher making his major league debut and getting the opening day start. Not something we see very often.
No kidding, Boog. And just look around the league here on opening day. You'll see a lot of proven aces getting the start. So they're hoping that that's what he can be for this organization. Someone who can start a bunch of opening days for them in the future as well.
Second baseman, Andy Ibanez.
Andy Ibanez up now for the Tigers, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Margot runs. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
And now it's even up. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And it remains 2-2. Man at first, one away. Out there to center. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's two down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And next up for the Tigers, Jake Rogers. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here on opening day. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Hernandez settles underneath it, and that is that. Tigers leave one, and now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in L.A. and on the mound today, Kenta Maeda. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe two at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
Bottom of the first. Miguel Rojas at the plate. And a foul ball. The wind and the pitch. Hit on the ground to the right side. And a quick out, number one. And here's the opening day lineup for the reigning World Series champion Dodgers. What a run of success it's been in L.A., Chris.
Yeah, 12 straight years in the postseason, Boog, for a franchise that had previously never been in the postseason, even 3 years in a row. And they've won the NL West 11 of those 12 years. At this point, the expectation for the Dodgers is the same every year, a World Series title.
Freddie Freeman, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Pitch misses there. Now 1-2. And a good eye there. One out, base is empty. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. One down, base is empty. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there are two outs.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
Here's Kike Hernandez. That's in there. 0-1. Two out, space is empty. On the ground, right side. Slings to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Dodgers go down quietly, scoreless after 1. Top of the second. Now, Spencer Torkelson looking for his first big league hit right here. Sasaki measures 6 feet 2 inches, 185 pounds, and he was born in Japan. Sasaki back to work. Swinging a foul straight back. And delivers outside.
James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, and that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just a fair chance to go out and have success.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
On the ground right side, and that chance handled. Fires over to first, and they get Torkelson for the out.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
And up next for Detroit, Kerry Carpenter. First pitch misses.
1-0.
That one missing inside. That one is upstairs. Second inning here, no score. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Runner on at first with one gone. Next to the plate is the Tigers DH, Ryan Kreidler. And a foul ball. Fought off foul. And the next pitch is way outside. That one missed. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers could sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
That one fouled off. On the ground, right side. Throw on to Freeman, and that is that. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and one man left. Down to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Dodger Stadium, home of the World Series champs. Last year was a good one for the Dodger faithful, singing L.A. winning their second title in the last 5 years.
Yeah, what a year, Boog. And that makes it 8 championships in franchise history. Tremendous job all around. They won the Shohei sweepstakes, led baseball in attendance, had the best record in the league, and finished it off with the World Series.
Last season for the Dodgers was all about Shohei, but the World Series belonged to Freddie.
Nobody better in baseball to deliver those types of moments than Freddie Freeman. He made memories that are going to cover generations.
And now the real challenge for the Dodgers, finding a way to match what they did a year ago. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. And that one popped to short. Baez puts it away for the out. Out number 2.
Bill, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
And here comes Tommy Edman. In the air, left field, down the line, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Wastes no time there. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Here comes Chris Taylor. that's a little high.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in.
Comes through with the RBI. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
So 2 down. And now Mookie Betts. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Taylor, the runner at first with 2 gone.
0-1.
In the dirt.
1-1.
Two outs. And a slider in there for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Up the middle, Ibanez tosses to first. That is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And now the veteran third baseman, Gleyber Torres. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there.
Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Back to the top of the Detroit order. Now it's the shortstop, Javier Baez. Flied to right his first time. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes.
Ball, that's out.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And a ball evens the count.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
2 strikes.
Tying run is at first here on opening day. Lifted in the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting left fielder Manuel Margot.
Manuel Margot up to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a bouncer towards third. 1 at second. On to Freeman. Double play. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Tigers nothing. Bottom of the inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy. One thing with Max Muncy, and it'll be interesting to see what he throws here. He hammers the fastball. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
And it's 1-1. a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. His first homer of the year, and they add on. It's 2-0.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
At the plate, Miguel Rojas. That one's in there, 0-1. And that's outside.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the last half of the third. And downstairs.
2-2 now.
Liner to second. It picked on the hop. Throw on to Torkelson. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Now that is number 5.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Struck out swinging his first time. And it's fouled away. And that one just missed off the outside edge. The 1-1 is fouled off. And there's a ball.
That's inside.
And foul ball. Ground ball, Torkelson. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Kike Hernandez.
2 outs, base is empty. And Kike Hernandez at the plate. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. And the slider catches the zone. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. And it's 2-zip Dodgers. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Start of the fourth. Now it's the second baseman, Andy Ibanez.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
That's in for a strike.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A massive home run. His first homer of the year. It's 2-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. And that is in there for a strike. I believe that's the split. Fouled off. He was late. Battling here as he fouls it away. Nobody on, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Wide throw, and it gets away. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
And next to hit for Detroit, Spencer Torkelson. Grounded out his first time. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Rogers gets his lead at first, nobody out. This one in the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
And the batter now, Kerry Carpenter. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
And another ball.
Well, he gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
Next offering in there for a strike. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that one hammered. That's back. And that one hops the wall. Rogers headed for the plate. The relay, it's off the mark, and he scores.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
One out, runner at second. Next is the Tigers DH, Ryan Kreidler. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Man at second. That clips the corner.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of that. Stay ready for it.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. One out and a runner at second. Strike three. Sasaki gets the strikeout.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And here is Zach McKinstry. There's a strike. Next pitch is outside. That one ripped right center field, and that gets down into the gap. Runner from second crosses the plate. It's 3-2.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate. A single his first time. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throws to first, and Gleyber Torres retired. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits. One was the solo homer. And midway in the 4th, it's the Tigers 3 and the Dodgers 2. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Austin Barnes. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And no one could get to it. It's a foul ball.
You know, these Dodgers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. He's 0 for 1. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Got him. Now one away.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Doubled his first time. Down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
First and second, one out. And now here is Chris Taylor. Outside low, 1-0.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
The 1-0. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. And that one fouled off. Runners at first and second with one gone. And he hits a ground ball right side down the line, and it's foul. Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
And now it's Mookie Betts. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at-bat. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1.
If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
Barnes, the lead runner out at second. Edman on at first with 2 down. Right through there for a strike. And a count 1-2. Two on, 2 outs. Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. On the ground, out to short. They get the force. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We played 4. It's the Tigers 3 and the Dodgers 2. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Top 5, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Javier Baez. Sasaki back to work. That missed by a lot. And that is ball 1. Javi Baez, like fellow Puerto Rican Francisco Lindor, born in Puerto Rico, but was drafted in the 1st round out of high school in Florida. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
The shortstop takes the ball. Just missed. Late with the swing there.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit. Slightly up, slightly in.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Up next for the Tigers, left fielder Manuel Margot.
Here's Manuel Margot, 1 for 2. Margot goes 5 feet 11 inches, 180 pounds, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Not even close there. 2 balls, no strikes. Fastball is outside. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Now on the bump, Lake Trinan.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
First and second, no outs. Here's the second baseman, Andy Ibanez. He's already homered in this game. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike. Strike 3, got him swinging. And that is a big first out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. There's your strike, 95 of that one. Runners at first and second with one gone here on opening day.
Ball 1.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Kirby Yates looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Garcia, a left-hander, also throwing. Next one misses. 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Two on, one out. And fouled off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swung on, belted. Betts is on the move. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Misses off the inside. 3-2 now. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. And that'll load the bases.
Oh, that sets up a really big at-bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
So bases loaded with one away. Next to hit, Spencer Torkelson. Golden opportunity right here. That's in there. Strike one.
There was a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Pitch misses. And the count 1-2. So Torque takes the win. Now it's the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. Pitch is in there. Strike one.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
That's inside. And the count even 1-1. All loaded up, and we're at the top of the fifth. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Edman going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. They leave them loaded. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Tigers 3 and the Dodgers 2. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1. And a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Well struck, deep right field, way back, and out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tie it up. It's 3-3. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Rojas now at the plate. Soft contact in the air, and that's a fair ball.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. Looped that one in there for the knock. Definitely got that pitch on the outside of the cap a little bit, but he made it work for him.
And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Kenta Maeda out of the game, and a decent effort considering he's normally a reliever. Back with the new pitcher in a minute. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Reese Olson.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. The pit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Now the 0-1. A little out front there as he swings through it. Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Jackson Jobe appears to be getting loose.
One ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. To second, and he's out.
Kind of a tough read for the base runner right there. You're usually trying to be aggressive on balls in the dirt, trying to get in the scoring position. But if it doesn't get away very far, or you can't tell how far it is, most catchers are going to get to it and throw you out at the base. And right there, excellent job by the catcher. He helps out his pitcher big time.
One out, bases empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Ground ball right side, and it picks off the base.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
One down, runner at first. Here's Kike Hernandez. Line drive, base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Next to hit, Austin Barnes. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. And they stop him at third, so bases loaded with one away.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And next for L.A., Teoscar Hernandez. Outside, and it's 1-0. Fought off foul. And that's in there at the knees.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. Huge strikeout there.
Oh, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, I'll still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
Tommy Edman at the plate. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
1's the count.
That one a little bit high, and now it's even 1-1. Missed inside with the curve.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
In the air, left field, down the line, and it's a foul ball. Got him looking. Good job at damage control right there. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. We're tied now with 3 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Kirby Yates.
Number 38, Kirby.
And now the DH, Ryan Kreidler, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that misses. Ball 1. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Luis Garcia, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. May also throwing. And that's in there at the knees. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the air, right field, Betts. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting center fielder, Zach McKinstry.
And next up for the Tigers, Zach McKinstry. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Ball 1 on a pitch inside.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
1 down, base is empty. Fouled off left side. One and 2 now. That's inside.
2 strikes.
All tied up, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Just missing there. And a full count now.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Go ahead, run on base. Gleyber Torres up to hit. Fastball for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
The 0-1. Upstairs. Just missed.
Ball 2.
Swing and a foul out of play. McKinstry, the base runner at first with 1 out. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That one is absolutely belted. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
And now it's Baez. Right through there for a strike. Two on, 1 out. Ball 1 there. One now. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Outside low, 2-2.
2-2 now.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
And up next for Detroit, Manuel Margot. On the corner for a strike. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Second and third, 2 down. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back here in L.A., now it's the DH, Chris Taylor. Taylor, a middle infielder by trade, played his college baseball at the University of Virginia. That's the third. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw comes in too late, and they come away without an out. Here's Betts. First pitch, not close. Hit softly on the ground to third. Feed to second, that's one. Oh, the throw is over his head. And he's going to make it up to second base as that's a two-base error.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
Here's Muncy to hit. He's already homered twice, the last one back in the fifth.
Just seems like he can't miss right now. Seeing the baseball as well as anyone on the field. Now, I know the odds are against him, but who's going to bet against this guy right now?
Right side, hard hit. In plenty of time to first. They get the out on Muncy. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Miguel Rojas, 1 for 3. And that one fouled off. 0-1 now. The shortstop takes the ball. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Betts scores. And it's an RBI single, 4-3. They take the lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
2 outs, runner on first. And up next for Los Angeles, Freddie Freeman. The changeup missing, and that's ball 1. Rojas off of first with 2 away. And that clips the inside corner. Tigers bullpen with some action. Johnny Brebbia getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Holton, the lefty, warming up as well. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
So up next, Kike Hernandez. And there's a foul ball. That's too low. And it's 1-1.
1-1.
That's a little bit low.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
2 on, 2 outs.
Ball, that's out.
Austin Barnes up next for the Dodgers. Two outs. And that is out of play. Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 4-3 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Luis Garcia.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Well, one-run game. Andy Ibanez up now for the Tigers. He's already homered here in this one. Line drive, and this might be trouble. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
So the tying run in scoring position now. Now, here is Jake Rogers. That one finds the zone. Strike one. And downstairs. And a count 1-2. Line drive, that's a base hit. Runner around third. The throw home. It's offline, and he scores.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Go ahead run on base. And next to hit for Detroit, Spencer Torkelson. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Late swing, fouled off.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Tied at 4. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Fights it off. He'll see another. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out.
Count full.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
Rips that one to right. And there's a hit. Throw holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Luis Garcia gives way, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. So a lefty out of the pen, Alex Vesia.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. And the first offering is not close. That one pulled foul. 1-1. Fastball for a strike.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Got it. And that is a big first out. And next is the designated hitter, Ryan Kreidler. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Pitch misses, and the count is 1-1. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. And that's outside.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
2 on, 1 out. In for a strike, and the count is even 2-2. And the slider just misses.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Zach McKinstry getting ready to hit.
A little surprised we don't see a pinch hitter here with the lefty-lefty matchup.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. With the go-ahead run standing at second here in the top half of inning number 7. And that one misses up and in. And it's 2-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Deep breath, he's ready, and he fires. Just off the outside corner. And the count's full.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Three balls, 2 strikes the count, and they're all loaded up.
No, very close with the location right there. It's just tough to get rewarded on the call with pitches near the top of the strike zone.
2 outs, bases full. Here's Gleyber Torres. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
Late swing fouled off. The 1-1. And that one fouled off. That one not close. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Rogers, the runner at third. Torkelson on second. McKinstry at first. 2 out of the inning. Grounder off the pitcher. On the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. All even now at 4 apiece. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tommy Kahnle.
Now pitches for Detroit, number 43, Tommy Kahnle.
Austin Barnes steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Catcher, Austin Barnes.
First offering misses badly for ball 1.
Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over-aggressive. 5 hits for them on the first pitch alone, so they're swinging and connecting right out of the gates.
And that's a little bit high. And now 3-0.
And, of course, sometimes you need to be patient as an offense and let the pitcher come to you, but you can't argue with the game plan they're using in this one.
So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Now at the plate, Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 3 in this one. And that drops in for a strike. With the go-ahead run at first, here at the bottom of the 7th. Just missed. And a 1-1. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. He's got it. And there's 1 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here's the center fielder, Tommy Edman. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. That one misses, and the count 1-2. And that's down and away.
You know, we used to say, if you're scared, get a dog. Throw the fastball, man.
If you're scared,
get a dog, man. Just get a dog.
Inside, and that's ball 3. One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And that's ball 4.
Nope.
And with 2 outs, the go-ahead run is at second base. Here comes Chris Taylor. And there's a strike.
Ball.
1 out. Runners at first and second.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Not close with that one. 2-2. That one missed. Mookie Betts in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that one lifted in the air center field. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts digging in a huge spot. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Hard hit, right side. Throws to first in time. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late. So they strand a pair. We look ahead to inning number 8. And we are tied 4-4. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Dustin May.
For the Dodgers, number 85, Dustin May.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's Baez.
Javier Baez.
Right through there for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Tanner Scott looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. May comes set. Almost got him. And a count 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. And it's filled up.
2 strikes.
Manuel Margot in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Go ahead run on base. Manuel Margot up now for the Tigers. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Tied at 4. Falling behind 2-1. And that drops in for a strike. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top of the 8th. Stays alive. That one off the mark, and it's 3-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
In there, sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty. And next up for the Tigers, Andy Ibanez. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
All one's the count.
Outside corner for a strike at 97.
One ball, 2 strikes.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Lined, and that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Here comes Baez around third. He will score, and they take the lead. Now a second crosses the plate, and they lead by 2. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in, I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Dustin May will depart, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. New pitcher for the Dodgers, Anthony Banda.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
One out, runner at second. Torkelson will hit next. And a foul ball. That one finds the corner, and it's 0-2. Swing and a ball popped up. Makes the grab for the second out.
Up next for the Tigers, right fielder, Kerry Carpenter.
Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. Just missed. That's a strike, and the count even at 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one is lifted in the air. Edman makes the grab, and that'll do it. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's a 2-run lead now at 6-4. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Brant Herter.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Muncy digs in. He provides a surprising amount of pop from the second base position.
Listen, that's not something to take lightly. Getting that kind of production from the guys up the middle, it's not a strength of most lineups.
First pitch, and he just misses. And what does that do for a team when you get power from unexpected spots like that?
When you're in the dugout and you see a guy come up big like that you don't necessarily expect it, it just energizes that entire team.
Torres hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Herter, 26 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Next offering is in for a strike. That one out to right. Carpenter makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, number 5.
There's Freddie Freeman now. Just missed.
Outside.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. The 1-1. And that one is inside. And that one missing low. Enrique Hernandez waiting in the on-deck circle.
They can get him up, he'd represent the tying run, so critical pitch right here.
On the ground, Ibanez whips it to first, and Freeman is retired. And the inning is over. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 9th inning coming up. Tigers 6 and the Dodgers 4. And we're back. And now the DH, Ryan Kreidler. Honda back to work. Off the mark there. And that is ball one. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Number 86 up and loosening in the pen. Number 78 getting cranked up as well. Just missed. Back to the mound. He's got it. On to first. Now one gone in the ninth.
Up next for the Tigers, center fielder, Zach.
Stepping in, Zach McKinstry. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, one away. Here at the top of the ninth. Right through there for a strike. Now this is in the air down the line. And there's two away.
Now batting third baseman, Gleyber Torres.
Two down, base is empty. Here is Gleyber Torres. And that's in there for strike one. Just off the outside edge. Just missed. And he grounds one to the right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Javi Baez digs in right side. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Torres off of first with two away. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Throw stops the lead runner at second. Two on and two out.
Back-to-back base hits. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And up next for Detroit, Manuel Margot. That's outside. 1-0. Two outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that is that. Two left on. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. Tigers 6 and the Dodgers 4. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Bo Brisky. A chance at his first save of the year. 3-4-5 due up for the home team. Here's the third baseman, Kike Hernandez. Ball one, no strikes. And another ball.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Foul ball there. high fly ball down the left field line. Margot makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Austin Barnes. That's in there. 0-1. The Tigers trying to close out a 2-run lead. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
And there's a ball.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Close one. Doesn't get the call. Ball 1. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. On the ground, and this should do it. On to first, ball game. And the Tigers take the season opener and move to 1-0.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.